While the world thought US sanctions had crippled China chip ambitions, Huawei just dropped a bombshell. A new scaling law that could leapfrog TSMC and Samsung. Plus, welcome back. For over half a decade, the narrative has been simple: the United States holds the keys to advanced chipmaking, and China is locked out. Since the aggressive 2019 sanctions, Huawei was supposed to be a company surviving on borrowed time, starved of the extreme ultraviolet lithography machines needed to make cutting-edge silicon. But in a geopolitical game of chess, Huawei just flipped the board. The tech giant hasn't just survived, it has fundamentally rewritten the rules of semiconductor physics. This isn't just about catching up. It's about a paradigm shift that has Washington, Taipei, and Seoul on high alert. Plus, to understand why this is a bombshell, you have to understand Moore's law, the golden rule that the number of transistors on a chip doubles every 2 years. For decades, companies like TSMC and Intel achieved this by simply shrinking transistors. But we've hit a physical wall. When components become as small as a few atoms, quantum tunneling makes traditional scaling nearly impossible. Plus, enter Huawei's Tau scaling law. Instead of fighting a losing battle against atomic limits, Huawei's researchers discovered a physics breakthrough. Tau scaling doesn't just shrink the node, it reimagines the electron pathways using advanced 3D stacking and proprietary metamaterials. It essentially bypasses the traditional nanometer race entirely, allowing for exponential performance gains and energy efficiency. So, how exactly did they pull this off under an absolute embargo? According to recent bombshell reports by Reuters and CNBC, the secret lies in a radical chip design innovation. Huawei engineers utilized advanced chiplet architecture, breaking a massive processor into smaller, specialized modules that are linked together with lightning-fast, proprietary interconnects. By pairing this packaging technique with the new Tau physical properties, they've managed to synthesize performance that rivals and potentially exceeds current 3nm tech. They essentially built a superhighway out of older, accessible materials, completely sidestepping the US technology blockade. And this isn't just a theoretical lab experiment. The rubber meets the road this fall. Huawei has signaled plans to roll out a new lineup of flagship smartphone chips powered by the Tau architecture. The smartphone market is about to experience an earthquake. Apple and Nvidia have comfortably dominated the high-end tier, assuming their silicon supremacy was an impenetrable moat. But if Huawei's new fall lineup delivers the thermal efficiency and computing power promised by Tau scaling, Apple's iPhone monopoly in premium Asian markets is in serious jeopardy. The global implications here are staggering. For decades, Taiwan's TSMC and South Korea's Samsung have been the undisputed kings of the silicon foundry. They are the defensive moat of the global tech economy. Now, TSMC and Samsung are scrambling to respond. Huawei's Tau scaling law proves that the US sanctions, designed to suppress China's technological ascent, may have inadvertently forced them to innovate a completely parallel technology stack. The geopolitics of chips just went from a war of attrition to a technological arms race with two completely different rulebooks. We are no longer looking at a unipolar tech world. Huawei has shown that necessity isn't just the mother of invention, it's the architect of a new global order. We post daily video updates on trending topics. Subscribe so you never miss one.